Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. We have been following a lawsuit that was filed back in February in Latah County, which is where the Idaho versus Kohberger criminal case began. This is the matter styled as EWU Media LLC versus the City of Moscow and the Moscow Police Department. And what this case boils down to is that EWU Media has sued the City of Moscow and the Moscow Police Department, alleging violations of the Idaho Public Records Act. The judge who's been assigned to this case should be familiar to you if you've been following the Kohberger case, Judge Megan E. Marshall. First judge assigned to the Kohberger case. In fact, she signed off on the warrant for Mr. Kohberger's arrest and found probable cause based on the December 29th, 2022 affidavit of probable cause. And because of that finding of probable cause based on the information contained in that PCA and the issuance of the warrant, Mr. Kohberger was arrested in Pennsylvania the following day, December 30th, 2022. EWU Media has filed public records requests seeking documents and things that they say was in the possession, custody, or control of the defendants. Although they did receive some information responsive to those public records requests that were made last year, 2025, some were, in EWU's opinion, overly redacted, or they were improperly denied altogether. And so what they're looking for, above all else, is a ruling from Judge Marshall that there was a violation of the Idaho Public Records Act, and to order the City of Moscow and the Moscow Police Department to release the information that they asked for last year. There's a wrinkle in all of this. There is a pending request on behalf of the City of Moscow and the Moscow Police Department. It's been pending for a few months now to dismiss this lawsuit flat out. They say that EWU Media, as an out-of-state entity that operates out of Nevada, was required to register with the Idaho Secretary of State, and they apparently did not before they instituted the litigation. After this issue was raised by the City of Moscow and the Moscow Police Department, it appears that EWU Media did go ahead and register on or about May 1st. By that time, this lawsuit had already been proceeding for a while. So the question before Judge Marshall, is that good enough? Should they have registered at the beginning of the case before they even availed themselves of the Idaho court system? Now, EWU Media feel that the City of Moscow and the Moscow Police Department have made an incorrect interpretation of the law. They say they don't do business in Idaho. They're merely, as they had argued at the May hearing before Judge Marshall, that they are a news organization that gathers things like body cams and other information about cases and reports to the public. So a look at the docket today, and it's the 23rd of June, reveals there has been no ruling as of yet by Judge Marshall. And there is a hearing that is coming up on the 5th of August. That will be oral argument on the issue of whether or not the City of Moscow and the Moscow Police Department violated the IPRA in the manner in which they responded to the public records requests. No ruling as of yet, so the action is continuing, and we see here that the docket now shows a declaration has been filed by Mia Bautista in support of the respondent's request and records log filed on the 22nd of June 2026. This was a deadline that was addressed at the hearing last month. We will be doing a follow-up on these two items in a future episode of the Indie Zone. There's still some other documents that need to be filed before this hearing in just about 6 weeks from now. So we'll be looking for those documents as well. Stay tuned to the Indie Zone for further updates. Until next time, thank you for joining us here today.